Discussing sound visual concepts.
Hi and good morning. Welcome to Table Talk with Navin on SVC Media. And this is Sheldon Mendoza, my guest for today's program. Hi Sheldon, how you doing, my brother?
Great to be here, man. It's a pleasure seeing you. Happy New Year.
Same to you, same to you. So, viewers and listeners, you are viewing SVC Media, and we have our guest today, Sheldon Mendoza, to discuss about the entertainment aspect of his future, from the past to the future. Okay, so Sheldon, tell me something. Welcome to SVC Media, and welcome to Table Talk with Navin. Tell me something about your past. Where Sheldon Mendoza come from?
Well, Sheldon Mendoza, born and bred Central Trinidad, Enterprise Street, Londonville to be exact. You know, that is where my whole genesis began.
All right. So, in terms of what you started doing before you become a musician, an engineer, and also as a multimedia personnel, all right? For those who don't know, Sheldon is a work Tempo, Synergy, and stuff. But he will give you more information and details because remember, I can't speak all for him. He had to speak all for himself. You understand, Sheldon?
Yes.
So tell us, what you used to do before you become a musician? Because you used to work in the studio with Gypsy, right?
Gypsy,
Right.
yes, yeah.
And it was a studio recording
Engineer.
and an artist
Yes.
and songwriter, a director and a producer. So you could hold a whole record. You understand?
Yeah, everything
Right?
in entertainment.
So
I did.
I have known Sheldon Mendoza, folks, for over. I was 10 years old.
Yes. All your life.
Sheldon is older than me, mind you, but he never one day teach me something bad or wrong. He always had me on my right tracks. Good?
Yes.
So, for the life I have known Sheldon, we grown to learn a lot from each other, and we all in the same environment.
Yes.
It's just one thing I can admit is that I am not as professional as him in the songwriting and the engineering aspect when the music is concerned. But I give him props for that. Yeah, so Sheldon, question number one is, what you used to do after you had finished school? Tell me a little bit what you used to do.
All right. Well, when I left school, I actually got into sign painting. So my first love, my first passion was, you could say, art. Right? So when I left school, my uncle had a sign painting shop, Carl Sign Painting. And at 16 years old, I started working in the sign painting shop. And there's where I learned to do things like airbrush and making number plates, painting signs for commercial businesses, and even like tinting cars and stuff. Right? I spent quite a few years in that, and then I actually formed my own sign painting business and started doing a lot of commercial work throughout Trinidad. As a matter of fact, most of the work at the Center of Excellence, I did it. Even the portrait of Joao Havilange when you enter in the Center of Excellence, I'm the one who painted that portrait.
That's the concrete, sculpture or something like
I'm the man who did that.
Right.
And all the footballs around, if you look on the walls around it, you'll see some big murals of footballs. I did all of those work, even the numbers on the seats in the stadium.
Right.
You know, so I did a lot of great big work in that field.
But at that point in time, you used to work for the Ministry of Transport, Signage
I
Division.
I used to work in the Shogunas Borough Corporation,
Borough Corporation.
as a sign painter.
Signage.
So I used to
Right.
paint all the street signs
Right,
in
good.
the community.
Nice. I'm glad I correct that.
Yeah,
Right.
so I actually did a lot in sign painting and graphic arts and stuff in the early part of my career. And then when this television show Party Time came on stream, which was Nescafe Party Time at the time, that was about 1994.
That is under 98.9.
It was under TTT.
TDT. Well,
Yeah.
TDT was 90.9 was under TDT also, under the
Right.
same management and
So what happened, I entered that competition with a song.
Flavor by request. Party time?
No, not Party Flavor.
that is
Party
man-
Flavor came after.
Came
So
after?
Party Time was the first one.
Okay,
And then
okay.
they bring Party Flavor.
Right, okay.
Right. So, me and a girl called Stacy Sobers, right, who is a former national Calypso Queen of Trinidad and Tobago. We did a song called Sweet O Man on Party Time, a nice reggae song, and we made it to the finals, and that's where the whole music part of me started to shine.
So what was your first song that you sang? By the way, the first question is, have you ever sing a song based on your experience you had in your past? And
Yes, I did a song called Ungrateful People, and it was really about my experience in the past, but not the good experiences,
bad.
the bad ones.
So what's the name of the first song you had ever
But
sang?
the first song I did was the song I did on Party Time with Stacey Sobers called Sweet Man. That was the first song I professionally did. And after that, I kind of took a hiatus from the music industry for a while because I fell in love with video production.
Right.
And I kind of worked my way up into being one of the most requested music video producers in Trinidad and Tobago. So in my career, I've done over 100 music videos, you know, and I kind of like stuck with that for quite some years. In between that, there was a stint where I did an album with Winston Gypsy Peters. It was called Youth Power, and it featured people like Blazer, Snakey, Samurai, Bell Toby, a few other artists from the Shogunas area. And I had 2 songs on that album. And after that album, I stayed with Gypsy and started helping in the studio. And I became assistant engineer, and then I became the full-time engineer in the studio. Right? And from there, I left and went to Synergy TV and started doing music video directing and doing editing for Synergy TV.
Okay. And so you did some work with video production.
Yes.
What encouraged you to get into the visual production apart from the entertainment?
Well, as an artist, back in the days, there were only a few companies that was doing video. And they were big companies.
Right.
And they were very expensive.
Good.
Right? We are talking companies like Visual Art and Advanced Dynamics, Video Associates. Only major companies could afford video equipment and stuff. There was no young person or any independent person doing it at that level, right? So, being an artist, I wanted to do music videos and I was unable to pay these guys. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to have to do my own videos. So I started with 2 camcorders and a little VHS player, no computer or nothing, and started doing videos. The first video I did was me and Snakey, and we had a song together. We did our own video with just the video player and the 2 camcorders. Then a friend introduced me to a guy who had just come from the States, and he had some video production stuff in Londonville, Anthony Denner, Chill Video Productions. And he started telling me he's getting work for video, but he's not really into video like that, to music videos. He's more into weddings and, you know, events and stuff. So he said if I could direct the videos, he'll edit it, because he saw that I had an eye for that kind of thing.
Good, yeah.
So I started directing the videos for him, and he was editing, but I would stand over him and watch him edit. But I never actually edited it, you know. So I was learning by watching. And we did quite a few videos together. And when Synergy TV was looking for an editor, I submitted the videos that me and Chill Video Productions did together as a demo for them to see.
Correct.
And they were impressed with the videos, and they said, well, if I could come in as an editor. But I wasn't really an editor at the time, because I was just a director. But I was willing to learn. So I went to the Synergy TV, and that's where I really started learning to do editing. I met a guy by the name of Kevin Fires Morgan and another one called Anthony Edwards, who were employees there. And they started teaching me the ropes. And first I started editing like little commercials, you know, 30-second ads and stuff, party ads and all of that.
Right.
Until I graduated into doing the TV shows. And then eventually I was doing the most TV shows in Synergy TV.
Well, that's great, Sheldon. Well, listeners and viewers, be mindful. Sheldon Mendoza and his boy and my boy, RKG, are both supporters of SBC Media. The music videos run on our station. Actually, they started the station with Primetime by running their music videos. The only thing that we had on SBC Media were just music videos of Sheldon Mendoza, RKG, and a couple more from other artists, which we are grateful for their support.
Yes.
But it still is running on the air. But we run at prime time, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So Sheldon music videos are running on SBC Media between 10 and 6 a.m. Alright? So we still have the support and we're still giving them their support.
Yes.
Sheldon, another question too. All right, is that you have faced some little challenges in between.
Mm-hmm.
I know you had your standoff in Shogunas by Busy Corner.
Right.
I call it standoff.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's Festive Friday.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know we were supposed to do something and it couldn't work out.
Right.
But what give me a little history about that, and give me a little more history about what you have planned for the future.
All right. So throughout my life, like you said before, I'm so much into the entertainment industry. I do every aspect. You know, I actually worked on radio also. I used to work at Masala Radio as a radio announcer. And being part of a recording studio with Gypsy, we had a lot of young artists coming to us. And I decided to also start keeping events. Because when we recorded the songs, if we were not getting the support from the media, the local media, we had to find our own avenues.
Right.
So we started keeping our own events and stuff, and so I got into a lot of promotions. And Festive Fridays that was done in 2020, just before the whole COVID lockdown, it was a concept that I had that I wanted to give the upcoming artists an opportunity to showcase their talent. Because again, if you're not on the international or the national media, there's no avenues for you. So I always love to give back. So I created this idea called Festive Fridays, where every Friday we'll be on Busy Corner leading up to Carnival, and all the young upcoming soca artists could come and release their new songs. It was broadcasted live on Synergy TV. You know, we were covered by the Guardian Media. So it was a very, very, very good opportunity for me and for the upcoming artists. So that was the whole concept behind Festive Fridays. It was just really an opportunity to showcase the upcoming talent that are normally left behind.
Which is good because you have your kids involved, you have your nephew involved. And for those who don't know, Kadeem Sobers is also following his uncle's footsteps.
Yes.
He's a music
producer, plus he's an artist. Yeah.
And what does he does again?
Well, he also does sound engineering, so he's actually doing a production from start to finish, right? He can write the song, he can produce it, he can engineer it, he can mix and master it, you know. So if you go to Kadeem Sobers, you get a complete production.
I have a son, Xavier. Let me tell you something. Parents just feel so proud of the children. They see that they're accomplishing something that they like, and they're doing it on their own. My son, Xavier.
Yeah, actually I was listening to Xavier's music this morning on SoundCloud.
How do you find it?
It's really good. I was listening to it this morning, so it's funny that you bring that up.
Yeah, because he didn't write none of his songs. He just record. He sing out of his heart. What is in his mind and what is in his heart, he sings what he feels. And he just create a poem with that song. But if you listen to the lyrics on his songs, same as what you does. Now, if you don't know, Sheldon is also my son godfather.
Yes.
Which is Zachary.
Yeah.
But be mindful. He is the other father for all my children. Alright? His kids and my kids are basically around the same age.
Same age, yeah. And we're godparents to each other's children. Because you're also my son godfather.
Yes, right? So it's good to know and that we have a friendship, but it's what we call a brotherhood. We grow up together, we in the same entertainment industry together. We do the same thing, except I don't do songwriting and producing.
Yes.
Right? But Sheldon, I beg him, I say, Sheldon, come and be involved with SGC Media. Let me get this thing going, boy. Sheldon, I don't want to do that at all.
No, so it's funny you said, let me clear that up, right? I traveled a lot, and my biggest passion for people who don't know is traveling. And I hate feeling stagnated, I hate being in one place.
Yes,
and
we all do.
To commit myself to something as magnitude as this, you know, I can see the potential, I know where it's going, and I know how great it's going to be, right? But my life is all over the world.
Yeah, you know? I know.
So it's difficult.
I had to bash it a little bit.
You know, well, you know, I just came in the country three days ago,
right?
And I'm always all over the world. You know, Dubai. I've been all over, Right, Philippines, Malaysia, China.
Talking
Just name it.
about Dubai, we have a video that we're running on the air that they represent the red, white, and black.
Yes.
One thing about Sheldon, folks, don't care what country he go to, what island he goes to, he always carry the red, white, and black national flag to support his country. He may not get the support from his own country, but he put that behind his back
Right.
and he support where he come from. And that is good because the song from Dubai that you sang, that running on the air,
Yeah, I've seen it. I've been looking at the channel and I've seen it. And
Yeah.
I'm really happy for that. Right? I appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah, and I mean to say, he did get his family involved in that video.
Yes.
His entire family. God rest his soul, mom.
Yeah, thank
Sorry
you.
to hear that, but you know, I was always she was always a mother to me too.
Yes.
Your sisters is a sister to me. All right, so it's a respect. As I say, Sheldon is like is more than a brother to me. It's like the only brother that I have in Trinidad because I have a brother, but we are not as close as how Sheldon and I are close.
Right.
All right. Any problems I have, I call hey Sheldon. We see, boy. So and so is the case, situation X, Y, and Z. How things going? Good. Yeah. I even asked Sheldon to do adopted from what it is. I asked her to do with concerning my name, a DJ.
Oh,
drop.
the DJ drops, yeah.
Yeah, select and have it. You understand? That's me,
Yeah.
right? But apart from that, you sang a song recently to the love of your life, and I say I had to bring it in because when I watch that video, I say. In Trini, I hope this man can get a banker, you know. Give me more information and details about that video.
Well, first again, the song is called Right Time. It's on YouTube right now. It's also streaming on all the major platforms. It's part of my album. I think it's the second track on my album. The album is called Dream to Reality. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, just name it. And that song, Right Time, is a love song, but it's more of an engagement song. Right? So it's a song that is saying it's the right time to make you mine.
Wait. So you got engaged?
Now, the whole world is seeing the video and saying I got engaged and they're saying
Well, I had to ask the same question too, because at the end of the day, when they said it's an engagement song,
Yes.
I have to ask like, wow, Sheldon,
Well, in the
didn't
video,
tell me nothing about this engagement I didn't know nothing about.
in the video, you will see me getting engaged to a beautiful young lady. Right? Her name is Melissa Charles, and don't want to give out all her information where she lives and everything, but she's in the US.
As you can hear folks in the background, this is the song I'm talking about. You might learn something.
I saw the sign, you're a one of a kind, a girl of mine. Really the right time to make you mine. Really the right time to draw the line. I'm calling a lifeline, I saw the sign. You're a one of a kind, a girl of mine. Girl, well I need you in my world. And this is really love, my girl, I feel it in my soul. I promise you, my girl, this is to have and to hold. Cause we would be together, baby girl, until we're old, my girl. I promise you the diamonds and pearl. To me, your love is worth more than silver and gold. I'm gonna give you love until your toes start curl. So come on, baby girl, let's make the good times roll. Yeah.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with Sheldon Mendoza as the guest for today's program, Table Talk with Nafin.
In a world where digital landscapes evolve daily, meet Reb Technology. We build mesmerizing websites that captivate users and inspire businesses, armed with over 35 years' knowledge in media. We deliver ingenious solutions to your media requirements. Unleash the power of innovation with Reb Technology services and get your website built today. Contact us on 868-487-6888 or email orbaron@rebtechnology.com to embark on a digital journey like never before. Reb Technology. Your project is attainable.
Don't let words frustrate you. Need help with writing? We help you get your words right. Finish your manuscript and get published. Complete your dissertation with excellence. We offer writing coaching, workshops and seminars, and developmental editing. We help you produce your best work. WhatsApp 868-717-4993. Check out Word Coach Editor on Instagram or visit our website at wordcoach.com. Word Coach Limited, helping you find better words.
Welcome to Table Talk with Navin, and my guest Sheldon Mendoza is here with me today. Sheldon, we just came back from the break, but we were discussing something on the about this particular topic that I want to discuss with you. We want to go deep into let's put it this way, your past. In the we go to the sorrows because we have let's put it this way. You went through some serious, hurtful time in the past. Where two individuals, let's just put it, three individuals that is closest to you, you had a bad experience. One is your sister, and the second is your mom. Tell me a little bit about that history, a little bit about that, and in between the two times. And it is very, I do apologize, right, to bring this up with you. But sometimes they just say, talking about it, they relieves it, but they will never forget it. But we have to let the nation know that not only citizens go through this, but artists go through this also. Entertainment artists also go through some of the sorrows and time and tribulation. So let me tell us a little history about.
Well, for those who don't know, a few years ago, my sister and her husband were murdered in their bed while they slept. The story might be a little bit too long to go into, but it shook the entire community. As a matter of fact, my sister was a direct neighbor to Navin. She lived right next to Navin, you know, so they would have heard the commotion and everything and knew of everything that was going on at the time. Excuse me. And it was around 4 o'clock in the morning, and the intruders came into their house and killed them in their bed. The kids ran out of the house and came across to my house and called us out, said somebody's in the house, and when we went over, we saw them dead. The entire community came out that morning. The streets was flooded with people. I don't even know how the news spread so fast. You know, it was traumatizing. It was terrifying. We ran to the police station trying to get help, and that sometimes you have to wonder about this place, you know, because when I travel, I see how the response is to things like this, and unfortunately, we don't really get the same response, especially in places where I come from, which is what we call the ghetto, you know, an enterprise. And seeing my sister lying there lifeless with her husband, knowing that they're now leaving about 7 children homeless.
I remember that.
And they were little children, some of them were still in school.
So your sister and I were very close.
Right. So that incident and that moment spawned something in me that made me want to do even more work for the community and to try to alleviate the crime in the community. So I started this project called the Starship Enterprise.
Which is the Enterprise Rhythm?
The Enterprise Rhythm.
Correct.
And if you look on YouTube, you'll see the Enterprise Rhythm. I had about 15 artists from the community singing against the crime in the community. You know, all of them doing positive songs to inspire the nation and to inspire enterprise. And we call it the Enterprise Rhythm because we wanted some good news to come out of enterprise.
And they wanted to educate the public, especially young citizens who have a mindset of crime or any sort of that you're trying to discourage them from going into that aspect of life.
Yes. So all of the songs were positive songs. Unfortunately, some of the artists from the Enterprise Rhythm even died through crime. I've lost about 3 or 4 of the artists from that 15 artists that were on that rhythm already.
But were they involved in the crime, or they were a victim of crime?
They were victims of crime. So one of them who's still alive today, a gunman ran into his house, shot his sister and killed her, shot one of his brothers, killed him, shot his grandfather, wounded him, and shot him and wounded him. And he was also on the rhythm, right? And another Sobers, Jamal Sobers, a great entertainer, right? And So we as artists are also victims of the crime in our own communities. You know, we have Don Kellon, who is Blazer, soca artist Blazer, little brother. He was also murdered, you know, in the gas station while buying gas. There was a dispute with him and the pump attendant, and pump attendant killed him and his friend, a double murder in the gas station in their car, stabbed them to death.
Let me tell you something. And I will say this to you, and I will say this to the nation. It is not getting better out there. It is getting worse. And we all fear for our lives. Because we will be the innocent bystander. Straight bullets have no eye. So when they are attacking somebody, and we're in the vicinity of that particular area, we could become a victim of crime by trying to defend ourselves. Because we have experiences with persons defending themselves and have been charged. Because they defend themselves and their family. What about the story that happened some time ago, where bandits and that man come down and he shoot the bandits? He get charged for what? He have a license for him to use in his property, to protect him and his family. And it just didn't work out with innocent bystanders, especially those who protecting themselves. So if it don't work out for them, it will work out for the criminals.
Yeah, I also just recently lost a great friend of mine, which is the father to Kareem Sobers and Jamal Sobers. And for people who don't know, the great Marlon Asher is Marlon Sobers, right? He's an artist also that I started working with in the beginning of my career. We all started together. And this guy I'm talking about that we just lost is a genius in the entertainment industry and enterprise. And his name was Kevin Sobers, which is Kareem's father. You know, and Kareem also has a younger brother who sings and dances, and he's now even into boxing, which is Kel Sobers. And he's a great artist himself. They call him Shango Dei. Now, I lost Kevin Sobers, and Kevin Sobers was instrumental in the Enterprise rhythm also. You know, he co-produced that rhythm with me, and he was also singing on the Enterprise rhythm.
And for those who don't know, this is what they call the Enterprise rhythm.
So look out for it on YouTube.
And that's Sheldon's son.
Yes. Yeah, so this is the Enterprise rhythm. Tune into it. It's on YouTube. You would see 15 of the finest artists out of Enterprise, right, being featured on this rhythm. This is Jamal Sobers singing there that I spoke about, who was shot and wounded. And I want to, you know, pay tribute to all the artists that I lost so far. You know, my heart goes out to their families. And I'm trying to hold it together in Enterprise, trying to do as much as I can within the entertainment industry to take some of the youth off the streets. And we can't do it without the support of the entire country.
It's true. That is really needed. We need that. We need the entertainers out here to come out, to walk the streets. Because RKG and I had a discussion on Monday morning. And I asked them the question, why we just can't come together? Roam the streets of the areas that is affected with crime, where the criminal activities are taking place, and talk to these youths, get them involved what you all are doing, get them and let them get involved, let them use you all as entertainers as an example to make it in life out there. But the answer to that was, they could only tell them, they could teach them, but it's up to them if they want to do that.
Well, the challenge is that we are not just having to talk to the youths and try to teach or encourage them to make a change.
Right.
You're actually working against forces who are trying to keep them that way.
That's it,
You know, if it was just them alone and you could just come and talk to them every day, but you have people who working against you when you're working towards that, right? And these nefarious people may not just be the drug lords or the criminals in the community, but there's also a big agenda where we have people in high places who want it to stay this way.
But Sheldon, you have been a very good entrepreneur to others and an example to the youth out there. And how is that working out for you?
Well, my track record speaks for itself as far as how much work I do to help my community and how much I do to help the young entertainers in my community. I am not so much versed in any other thing other than the entertainment industry. So it's difficult for me to lend my support in other ways physically, but I do give charity and do what I can. If anybody's keeping anything, sometimes I have 4 or 5 barbecue tickets just because I'm supporting. You know what I mean? So I'm well respected in the community, so I have no issues when it comes to my own safety.
Right.
Everybody who knows me knows that I have what I call an open door policy. My door never closes.
Yeah, because I could just pull up at his door and say, hey, Sheldon, we see.
Yeah.
And I go and sit down on the couch and relax and we talk.
Yeah.
Talk about past.
I have no burglar proof or anything. My door is open. People walk in. People walking on me sleeping on my couch and wake me up. So I'm not afraid of living in my community. I've lived there all my life and I've only done great things for the people there. So everybody loves me, right? You never know when some young person who probably don't know your history might jump out itself or something. But I don't live in fear. You know, I walk the street. The streets that people can't go, I go.
Right.
And I go into the warring factions also. So who can't go from this street to that street? I'm in every street. And they all know that I mean well. So it's been good for me. I just continue doing the work that I can. And, well, as you know, I also assist the politicians in the area.
Yes.
Right? With Ms. Vandana Mohit and even now the new councillor, Ms. Brenda John. You know, I lend my support to them in whatever way I can because I see them trying to do something in the community also. Right. You know, when I was younger, around 16 years old, I was the youth officer for the Londonville Village Council.
I remember that.
Right, so I was always active in community work. I'm also one of the youngest directors on the board of the Caribbean Conference of Churches, which is the Enterprise Life Center under Serval. Right. So I've always been an activist and doing stuff in the community from a young chap. You know, so the entire community knows me and what I give and what I'm about. So, like I said, I got a lot of support, and I do give a lot of support.
My question is, what kind of support are you getting?
Well, the support I get is really moral support. You know, I don't get financial support from anybody, and I don't ask for it either. You know, the people in my community can't really help financially, so I'm more always helping them financially. And the government and the ministries and things are not always welcoming. You know, so I'm not really one to go seeking those things. However, I must say that on our last trip to Dubai, after we made the trip, we applied to the Ministry of Culture to try to get some sort of reimbursement because it was a hefty budget to go to Dubai, right? And I carried a few artists out there with me, as you know, and we represented Trinidad at the All Africa Festival in Dubai. And it took about a year, but the ministry finally gave us a percentage of our expenses. So I still have to say thank you to the ministry, but that's the first time in my whole career I've ever gotten anything of the sort. And I didn't even take any of the money myself, I just gave it to the artists to compensate them, you know. So that's just the person I am, you know what I mean? And apart from that, the support is just for me, and like I said, moral support of my family members. Because, you know, I have a few business people in my family, and my brothers and sisters who would never turn me down. Right. You know, so every project I'm working on, I can lean on them, and they're there with full support. And then because I come from an entertainment-based family, it's easy for us to put stuff together.
Okay, great. That's nice one. All right, so we will be right back after these messages with Table Talk with your host, Navin Sergio, and our guest, Sheldon Mendoza.
Is creative writing a problem for your child? Are you lost trying to help them? And nothing seems to be working? Let Miss Shelly Ann, our creative writing specialist, help you. Get instructor training, online student classes, plus digital and printed resources for your success. Natasha CJ says, "Good morning, Shelly. I purchased your report writing package for my son. He was successful in his exams this year. Much thanks for your contribution." And Selma D says, "Your Tuesday sessions are amazing, and I learn a lot. I sometimes let my son listen to the videos where required." Khadijah B says, "I am happy that I reached out. I will keep recommending you, not only for your excellent CW skills, your rapport with the children, but just your general helpful nature. Thank you, Miss. Get the help you need with creative writing. Find us on Facebook, visit our website, or WhatsApp 868-717-4993 today. Word Coach Limited, helping you find better words."
In a world where digital landscapes evolve daily, meet Reb Technology. We build mesmerizing websites that captivate users and inspire businesses, armed with over 35 years' knowledge in media. We deliver ingenious solutions to your media requirements. Unleash the power of innovation with Reb Technology services and get your website built today. Contact us on 868-487-6888 or email Orbaron at rebtechnology.com to embark on a digital journey like never before. Reb Technology. Your project is attainable.
Hi, and welcome back to Table Talk with Navin here on SBC Media. And my guest, Shalom Mendoza. Shalom, give me a little hint, or what is your plan for the upcoming future? Because we're in 2024, so we still have 2025 and ahead of us. Some say we're not sure if we will live that long,
Right.
but I always say have hope and faith.
True.
You eat healthy, you exercise. Oh, by the way, I'll stomach by Sheldon. I'll give all of this joke. I got my Sheldon. I said, our body belly going down, but my one big. You know what you tell me? What was the exact words they tell me, if you can remember?
I don't remember. You got to
Cardio, 10. How much steps are they?
Oh, 10,000 steps a day. Yeah, so just start walking. Just start walking.
And make 10,000 steps
a day. Yep. And to be honest, people, if you research it, it works. You know, with 10,000 steps, you could burn a pound of fat in no time, right? Just 10,000 steps a day. You could put an app on your phone to measure your steps, and it doesn't have to be speed walking. You could count all the steps you make throughout the day. You know.
Yeah.
So look into that.
So
But of course, you have to be eating healthy too.
What's that?
You have to be eating healthy too.
Say that? Well, that's how kind of work we just be doing over there. We have no choice
Well,
but
let
to
me
buy
tell you,
fast
right?
food because it's the fastest deal they can get.
Being in the industry too, I understand it because it happens to me a lot, and I'm always struggling with that weight change every time. Right now, though, I started a fruit fast, which is 30 days of fruits alone for the whole month of January, right? So I started yesterday. Today is my second day. I didn't do New Year's Day because, of course, people inviting you out to eat, right? So I'm only eating fruits. For the morning so far, all I've had is green tea and coconut water. I haven't eaten anything yet for the day. But what I'm going to be eating is grapes and watermelon and that kind of stuff for the whole month.
I think I might go down.
Nah, you could make it, man. It's not that hard.
My family just moved me up because yesterday, for example, I was so in a rush to leave the house. I forget to put money in my pocket. I don't have my bank card. One money that was one. Open my wallet and I have no money. Thank God I didn't eat the man doubles before. Because you know the policy when doubles went there, you eat first, pay after.
Right.
And then I'm back in the van and I went whole day without having anything in my stomach until I reached home after 6, 7 o'clock last night.
Right.
But to be honest with you, I didn't feel no way at all. I didn't feel weak because for the past 2 weeks in the holiday season, for the Christmas and the New Year's and New Year's, all I've been eating is homemade bread, ham. Homemade bread, ham. Homemade bread, ham. Homemade bread and ham again. A little sweet bread. Ham, homemade bread.
Well,
so one day,
ain't
not
gonna kill
eating
you.
anything at all, it did that justice.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that you should try to fast as much as you can. And if you realize if you tell somebody to stay at it without eating, they start panicking. But when they actually do it, they realize it doesn't hurt, right? So if you could do alternate day fasting, where even if you eat today and you don't eat tomorrow and then you eat the following day, you will start dropping off the weight too by doing intermittent fasting, right? I do 6 days with just water alone. Okay. I did 9 days already, and I do 3 days with no food or water. So you don't die. Right. Contrary to popular belief that you don't feel no how. You feel good actually. You feel light, you feel refreshed and everything, and you do drop off the weight, right? Unfortunately, if you start back eating the same things you were eating before, you gain back the weight. So I always struggle with that because I'm not always in a position to choose what I eat. You know, as you say, when you're moving on the run, you grab where you could. Right. But you got to have a mindset of always trying to keep at it. You know, so every year I always try to do some sort of fasting or some sort of diet change. Yeah. Because remember, back in the days when we were growing up, we grandparents would we take a purge on a August holidays.
Well, actually, I did take a purge.
That's good.
I take the purge on the Saturday before All Years.
Right.
And I realized I didn't do anything. I took one little bottle.
Okay.
So I can't disclose the name. And I realized, I take a next bottle. So I have 2 bottles remaining. And 2 days ago, which was New Year's Day, I took another bottle. Right. So I have 1 bottle remaining. And 3 o'clock this morning,
it now started to work.
I said, wow. And I'm hoping and praying that coming on, we will have no traffic. Right. So that I won't get stuck with his bubbles in the stomach, griping and And I think, no traffic? And I was down here. I'm like, oh, that's happy to wash over
in your
studio. But at the end of the day, I haven't taken that purge now. I am not ashamed to say this. But I have not taken that purge since I leave London.
Wow.
So I have no worms in my stomach. I have anacondas. You're beautiful talking now. I'm going to my guest, it's good to have a little fun in between the program. It'll be good to talk. That is why we call table talk.
Right.
Table talk is to discuss things, to discuss about the future, the past and stuff. So I'm going back to the question now, about what is your plan in the future in terms of the entertainment industry and family.
Right. Well, right now I've decided to dedicate my life to my music career. You know, being in video, being in radio, doing all the engineering for other people, recording other artists and everything throughout my life. A lot of times I was putting my own music career on the back burner because I was giving everybody all my energy and attention. Right. So now I consider myself retired because I'm really just basically mostly working for myself.
How old are you, Shannon?
I'm 50. I turned 50 last November.
Is that good thing was working for the government?
Why you say that?
Retirement age is 65.
Yeah, they wouldn't want me to stop working now, but I got to start focusing on me. You know, so I just recorded 3 music videos in Pennsylvania.
What's the name of the video?
They're not online yet. Only the first one that you just watched, The Right Time, that's one of them. Right. The other 2 haven't been released yet. Okay. Right. I did a music video in New Orleans. I did 2 music videos in New Orleans. One of them is online. It's called The Girl Is Mine. And of course, well, you know, I did the one in Dubai. So I'm focusing on my music career. I'm doing my music videos and I'm releasing my stuff and trying to fulfill that dream that I had as a young guy.
You did that music video, The Girl Is Mine, with Uzi?
With Uzi, yes.
Guys, if you don't know the song, well, you know now. This is it. So we have an introduction on the song.
Yeah. And the story behind the song is both of us in love with the same girl. And we're having a sort of an argument about who she loves the most. She wants it all in the sunlight.
Nice, you're nice. But what I admire the most, Sheldon, is that it's an international video.
Yes, it is.
But it has the Trinidad and Tobago national flag
You
on
see,
top
I
of
have it on
the
top here.
vehicle.
Ah.
So you display your
The country.
the country.
Yep.
Which is, that's my point.
Yeah.
It's called that Trinbagonian by heart. Right now we just say some persons they say I'm a Tobagonian, and some will say I'm a
A
Trinidadian.
Trinidadian, right.
But in my ID card, I'm a citizen of Trinidad and
And
Tobago.
Tobago, yes.
But what I think the ID card company should have do is because it's a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, should put below Trinbagonian citizen.
Right. Understood.
But a little humor is good.
Yes, yes.
Understand? But it is nice.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'm doing a
I
lot of international stuff, as you can see.
But I pay a lot of attention to your videos and I always follow you.
Right.
So whenever you launch a video, I just get it on my mind, watch it. One time.
Right.
I don't play. Because you need my support though. And I ain't playing
Appreciate
that.
it.
I ain't playing that at all.
Yeah, so my plan for the future is literally just focusing on my music career. I would still continue to assist young upcoming artists, as much as I can. My girlfriend in the US, she has 2 kids who are really, really super talented. Jerry Fire and Fire Maya are their singing names, but it's Jerry Maya and Maya. And Maya has a song right now on YouTube. It's called Bussin', where she's rapping, and she's just 11 years old. And Jeremiah, he also has a song that I just recently released for Christmas here, and it's called Drippin', and he is only 6 years old. So they go by the name of Jerry Fire and Fire Maya. So look out for them also, because I'll be doing a lot of work with them in the future.
Okay, that is nice. That is wonderful. So what give you the encouragement? If you could encourage those 2 youths, those youths into that entity, how are you going to encourage the youths out there to follow the same entity?
Right. So, as you know, my 2 children, my personal children, my daughter is Harmony Mendoza, and my son.
Well, to be honest with you, your daughter, she's the eldest,
Yes.
and she's going out to be a very beautiful young lady. To me, when I saw your daughter, I haven't seen her in years, but when I saw her, I thought that was Patrice Robertson. Because she have the same mixture of, if you look at Patrice Roberts and you look at your daughter, it's like they are twins, but are kind of similar. Their appearances, the facial expression, the body, the slim, because I know your daughter is slim, and how she moves. If you watch Patrice Roberts, when you watch your daughter, I was like,
But I've never noticed it, but thanks for pointing it out.
but I mean, it's good.
Yeah, so like I was saying, my daughter Harmony Mendoza and my son Shaden Mendoza, I started when I was at Temple. They were about probably 12 years old and 6 years old also, somewhere around there. And I had a TV show with them called Playtime. And and as you saw in the Enterprise Rhythm, Shaden was singing, right? So I've always been having my children in the entertainment industry with me.
Right.
As a matter of fact, the Right Time music video, it's my daughter Harmony that directed that video.
Okay.
So I felt proud and honored to see that, raising them in the industry, and then now she's an adult and she's directing videos for me.
She following daddy trend.
Right. And my son, he has the same ability. They're both very skilled in this because they were doing it from birth, right? So it was easy for me to make the transition into my girlfriend's children, who are around the same age that my kids were when they were younger and I was pushing them. And I saw the talent that these kids have now too, so it's easy for me to just transition into that. So as you ask the question about the rest of the youths in the nation and how I'll be able to help them, it is easy because I have that track record of doing it, and I kind of have an eye for talent.
No vision.
So my plan, like I said, along with building my own career, is to continue assisting the youths who come to me, with a genuine interest, you know, in becoming an international artist, right? Because there is a template, there is a road to walk. Of course, every road has hurdles, right? But if parents are interested and if the children are interested, you know, you could reach out and I would guide however I can guide, you know, depending on what your goals are and your visions are, right? I have everything at my disposal, as you know, because I do every aspect of the industry, from writing to singing to producing to doing the videos to doing the graphics, you know, and everything else that this music industry entails.
Well, Shannon, what I got to tell you? It has been a tough life with you. All right. So we're going to take a break. Come back, we have some few discussion, we have some coaching, we have some stuff. All right, you're in Table Talk with Navin here with my guest, Sheldon Mendoza. We'll be right back after these messages.
In a world where digital landscapes evolve daily, meet Reb Technology. We build mesmerizing websites that captivate users and inspire businesses, armed with over 35 years' knowledge in media. We deliver ingenious solutions to your media requirements. Unleash the power of innovation with Reb Technology Services and get your website built today. Contact us on 868-487-6888 or email Orbaron at rebtechnology.com to embark on a digital journey like never before. Reb Technology. Your project is attainable.
Is creative writing a problem for your child? Are you lost trying to help them? And nothing seems to be working? Let Miss Shelly Ann, our creative writing specialist, help you. Get instructor training, online student classes, plus digital and printed resources for your success. Natasha CJ says, "Good morning, Shelly. I purchased your report writing package for my son. He was successful in his exams this year. Much thanks for your contribution." And Selma D says, "Your Tuesday sessions are amazing, and I learn a lot. I sometimes let my son listen to the videos where required." Khadijah B says, "I am happy that I reached out. I will keep recommending you, not only for your excellent CW skills, your rapport with the children, but just your general helpful nature. Thank you, miss. Get the help you need with creative writing. Find us on Facebook, visit our website, or WhatsApp 868-717-4993 today. Word Coach Limited, helping you find better words."
Welcome back to Table Talk with Navin here on SBC Media and my guest Sheldon Mendoza. Sheldon, we have limited time against us right now, but it came from our past, it came to our history. You create a name for yourself, you create a reputation, you create a character. You're an entertainer, you're a musician, you're an engineer, and the list goes on. And you're a father, and a wonderful father too. Now, be mindful, I have no friends that be in wrong influence or will influence in the wrong path. All my friends are responsible parents. And I think everybody should be responsible in choosing who they associate themselves with and the type of individual who are responsible. Because if I didn't grow up with Sheldon or Jason, you know Jason, right?
Yes.
If I don't go up with these individuals and get to be around them for us, I don't know if I'll become who I am today. I might have been in a living a life, and I don't know. But you see, when I go up amongst persons who live their life with responsibilities and respect for themselves, they will learn and realize that is the proper life to live. Because you know me going evening classes, and then I started in TV6, CDT TV6, and do my thing, training and thing, and then I started working in the morning program with the morning edition. Right? And I learned. And I learned.
I used to feel proud to see your name in the credits.
Yeah, and I've been Sergio,
Yeah.
studio cameraman, I've been Sergio, technical operator, I've been a technical the audio operator, and I've been Sergio. Even sometimes on the field when I started working in the news department in IETV and all the stations, I was the news cameraman. I used to be on the field where they do the crime.
Right. As a matter of fact, I just said that your father used to take me when he had murder scenes and stuff to go on the Beetham and Sealats and
Yes.
stuff. He would come and wake me up and say, hey, that crime now happened, and come with me
Go
with the
to
camera.
Colorado, yeah.
And I was running up and down with his father. His father is a professional cameraman, a well-known cameraman in this country.
Yeah.
And one of the men who gave me the experience that I have, because he would always take me with him and give me these big TV6 cameras. People swear I work in TV6 too.
The cameras, VHS at the
Yeah.
time, yeah.
You know, people swear I was working TV6 too because I'm running up and down with him.
But you learn.
Mhm.
You learn. And that will motivate you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. What does motivate people is that you don't be stagnant on one thing. They gain experience by learning other things to develop yourself. Alright? Because if I didn't want to develop myself, I would just be a cameraman.
True. Likewise.
I would know nothing about audio, I would know nothing about nothing else but editing and nothing like that. I said last time in the program, I talked on that on Monday on the first agenda. I will tell you this. If I have nothing I cannot do, and what I cannot do, I could put my mind to do it.
Right.
Right? And this is the example for the youth out there. If you want to do something, nothing could stop you from doing it. You have to put your mind to it. Focus on your mind. This is what you want to do, that you want to do. But don't stay stagnant to one thing. Focus on moving up.
Right.
Don't move down. So, some closing remarks, Sheldon. We have about 5 minutes or so. Is there anything you would like to say? Is there any advice to the public? Stuff. You have a few minutes.
Right.
Here we are to say also.
Well, you know, I looked on Facebook this morning and I noticed that the country, the year just started and the country already have so much murders. You know, and that grieves me because when I go to other countries, and I've been to over 40-something countries around the world, and I represent Trinidad and Tobago, I speak proudly of my little island, you know, and it hurts me to have to say that it's not all that I try to make it out to be, you know. Long ago when people would ask me about the crime, I'd be like, nah, they're just in certain areas, you know, just some gangsters, but now it's all over the place, and it's everybody, you know, and it bothers me a lot because I don't lie, and I don't want to have to talk about the negative things about my country. I want to promote the beauty of my country, so when I go there, I try my best to represent my country and the great things about my country. But when people are having personal conversations with you and they want to come, and you still have to give them a little heads up. It hurts, you know, because you should be able to say when you come here, it's paradise. This is what we know Trinidad and Tobago to be, paradise, right? So I want to just get the country back to where it was, and I want to put a call out to every citizen. It's a simple way to do it, you know. Whatever you could do it for someone else too. You know, if you're a chef, every weekend, bubble a pot and give the boys on the block. You know what I mean? If he's a man, is a waka man, cut a little elderly person grass for free. If he's a doctor, choose a day of the month or even one day in the year and say, this day I'm giving free services to the community. Start showing the love in the community to each other. You know, if you bring back that love, we will bring back Trinidad and Tobago. The youths are going astray because they're not feeling that love from the community. They're not feeling that love from the country. You know, things have changed. They're exposed to the internet, they're exposed to the world, and they're seeing no hope in the life that they have. So they're giving up their life easily. We need to bring back that hope for them. We need to show them that they could make it no matter where you come from. You need to show them it's never too late, right? And you're never too old. Look at me. I'm 50 and still pushing my music career. And I'm actually doing more and better than I was before.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. You think that will change?
It will change, but it takes us to change it. There's nothing happening outside of us, right? This is a people thing. It is people killing people.
What about those who don't have a heart?
Everybody has a heart. You just have to know how to tap into it, right? Everybody cries, you know. Everybody feels pain. Everybody has a story. Everybody has something, some past trauma. You don't know what the youths went through as kids. You don't know who've been abused mentally or physically. So we don't know what they're lashing out about. We don't know if they're looking at their parents' failures and saying, well, my mom and dad worked the same company for 75 years and end up with nothing. And I don't want to do that, so I take it my thing now, right? We don't know what their opinions are. And then we're not talking to them. We just casting blame at them. How many programs you see they're going on the block and saying, let me hear your story? Nobody's doing that, right?
And this is something that I have in the plan for the future. Because I'm taking it at one step at a time.
Right.
In this talk, people talk.
Right, understood.
Is that right now we're dealing with the entertainment aspect because we're in soca season.
Right.
Then after the soca season, I'm going to focus on the DJs and the announcers. That I'm going to make a talk to them. And then after that, I'm going to start bringing in persons from the community.
Right.
Individuals from the community talk about the effect, what affects them.
Yes. And that's great, and that's what we need.
Sheldon Boy had no time against us. I wish we had more time to talk. But I want to close the program with a little entertainment. I will play the music in the background. And we're going to play Dreamer to Reality.
Okay.
Alright? So, guys, you have here Table Talk with Nathan Sergio. Okay? And I would like to thank Sheldon Mendoza as my guest. And also, be good, show love, and show respect. Okay, Sheldon, it's all yours to close this show. Ready?
Thank you for having me, man. If you listen to the words of the song, you will understand the depths that we need to go to. Dream as if you'll live forever, but live as if you'll die tonight. Listen. I was a billionaire this year, I swear, because my music was streaming. And everyone around me was surrounded because my light, it was beaming. This song is called Dream to Reality, and it's my dream coming to reality. Cause I was dreaming of it last night. It was a sure sight, as clear as daylight, glittering so bright. I couldn't see the lights, everything looked so white. I was high as a kite, but I was feeling right. I fought with all my might, held on with all my life. This was my, so I had to lose all fright. This is my birthright, I gotta hold tight. They couldn't stop me cause they can't. Said I was dreaming. I was a billionaire this year, I swear, because my music was streaming.
I'll see you next week Monday. Thank you.
And everyone around me was surrounded because my light, it was beaming. And even when they tried to stop, my music just kept hitting the ceiling. Nobody couldn't stop me because they can't. Said I was dreaming.